So I want to talk about sales a little bit. It's struck me as I start to deal with more clients at Effective UI by the fact that sales operates differently from other arms of the business. It was a surprise to me, probably not a surprise to a lot of people, but they don't take orders from the top. They need to be convinced that a product is worth selling before they expend their time and before they can really get behind something. So is it right, how can a sales process like that needs to have something that's ready to go, that they can sell effectively or almost sells itself, how can that work with an open process where what you're really selling is something that's going to evolve with the user input? How does that work, Alan?
So, at my previous company, I was at an enterprise software company in the past. So I definitely agree that there's an interesting dynamic if you have a sales organization that trying to sort of convince them that you have something that's worth selling. I think that I did see a shift over the few years though that salespeople I think are understanding that being open and being sort of more collaborative with users is something that people expect nowadays. I don't think that companies that you still have to sort of get their permission to use their product or you have to beg and plead for access are that they will have much success these days. I don't think.
Do you run into that at all, Randy? You have to.
Well, I think you do have that push and pull between someone wanting to be associated with an innovative application or an innovative product, and then that natural inclination to protect their brand. That they want to know exactly what they're getting. They want to know what kind of metrics you can deliver. In our case, before we invest in an application, we have to try to deliver an ROI on it, and it's fiction, but we're expected to do that, and I think the important thing for us is to map it out as clearly as we can, so we can say, okay, this is what we expect to be able to do in phase 1. There will be these changes in phase 2 and phase 3, just so that people understand that it is a process, but at the same time, the components of phase 1 and phase 2 are mapped out as clearly as you can so that it's more concrete, but by wrapping in a phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, people understand that it is a process, that it will evolve over time. And I think it's just important to get people thinking that way so they're not thinking about a product that's done and on the shelf and it'll never change again.